Are you a first-time home buyer looking for houses and unsure if what you're seeing is what you should be paying? Well, we build Housey just for that. It's the one platform that uncovers the hidden truths of the real estate market and answers the only question that matters. Is this place a good deal? Let's see how it works.
So right here, we have a bunch of filters on the homepage where you can enter the zip code, address, or city of the house. You can enter the property type, min price, max price, minimum number of beds. So yeah, and let's start by searching, I don't know, let's do a house in Chicago. And if we press search, it brings us to this page. So these listings are scraped from other online
platforms.
Yeah, housing platforms where these houses are actually being sold, and we bring those onto our website and then we perform further analysis on it. So yeah, let's start off with this one.
Okay, so here you can see the property overview of this house. It's being listed for $269,000, and we can see all the property features in the bedrooms, the garage space, square feet, the bathrooms, and the description of the property. And the biggest thing here is our AI in the back end performs analysis to tell you the current property value and the outlook in the next 5 years to help you make a good decision on whether or not this is a good property to buy. As you can see, the black line here represents what we predict to be the value of the property in the current day and what we expect it to be moving in the next 5 years, versus the red line, which represents the currently listed price down here. And so in the end, all of that gets passed into Gemini, which gives us an insights into the property, helping the first-time home buyers feel more confident with their purchases. And as you can see here, it's giving a full explanation on what it thinks of this property, and in the end, it thinks this is undervalued, meaning it's a great purchase. Yeah, and so let's talk about the tech stack. So in the background, we have a process that's a scraper that finds publicly available housing listings and sends them into our website. And we send them in through Gemini, which performs a sentiment analysis for each of the listings, so we can get more granular data to see the fluctuations. To see the features and amenities in the house cause fluctuations in its value, and all that gets stored in our database.
Yeah, so basically a house that has a swimming pool or that was recently renovated would have a higher score towards 10 compared to a house that hasn't been renovated for a while and has like pretty old architecture, stuff like that. And yeah, so after that stuff is stored in the database, when the user comes to the homepage and tries to query for a listing, we grab the zip code of that listing that they want and we pass it through our proprietary trained housing prediction LSTM model. So we used close to 25 years of previous housing data and we trained our LSTM model from scratch. We feature engineered to make sure that it gives the best results that we can get out of it, and we got a mean average percentage error of close to 0.8%, which means it's very, very accurate. And we got this number after backtesting with previous housing data.
And so we take all of that from the LSTM data, which predicts the fair value price of the property alongside its current listed price and the score we got from Gemini earlier, and we pass all that in to our quantum variation regression model, which has been trained to find the fluctuations and predict the forecast of the property value. And so that gives us the great outlook and the great graph you see for the next 5 years of data.
And so you must be wondering why use a quantum regression model over a normal regression model. And the reason we did that is, in this situation it is a prototype, but when the main purpose of using the quantum regression model is to make our forecast specific to that one listing. If we use a linear regression model and we scale this up to like millions and millions of houses around the world, the linear regression model will eventually fail. But using a quantum regression model with so many different thousands of combinations there are around the world with different bedrooms numbers, whether it was constructed or whether swimming pool, all the hundreds of millions of amenities that a house could have, which potentially affect that score between 1 to 10, the QVR was the best approach to take. So we take the output from the forecast value from the LSTM model, we take the delta that our QVR model thinks that the house should actually be varied by, and then we add them together. So the QVR model thinks that the house is actually worth less because the amenities are worse, we reduce the price that the LSTM model gave us as an output. And if we think it's more, we add it. And if we think it's fair, the LSTM model's forecast is the one that we show.
Exactly. So in the end, we get all that to show our listing here, like you see on the site, with our graph and trend lines for the next 5 years. And then in the end, to help first-time home buyers feel more comfortable and confident with their purchases, all of this information alongside the property listing gets passed into Google Gemini's API once again, which gives us these insights in the end in a bite-sized and a very easy to digest manner for the users to read in the end, helping them to feel more confident in their purchase. So it gives a rating whether the property is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued. And in this case, as you can see, this property is undervalued, meaning it's probably a good purchase.
So if you're a first-time home buyer and you don't know what you're doing, check Mousey Housey out, because it's your one stop to getting the perfect deal.
Uncover the secrets in the real estate market with Mousey Housey and feel confident in your purchases.
Peace.